Hey guys, it's SUNSfan with a spotlight video for all the chess pieces in Dota Auto Chess. Many of these hero abilities will seem similar in nature to their counterparts in Dota, but there are a lot of details that differ. Knowing these differences can make a huge impact in your play. We've split these spotlights based on rarity. And lastly, we will only gloss over each piece's class and species. These details will be reserved for a later video. Keep in mind that all activatable abilities cost 100 mana. The chess pieces for this spotlight are based off of the 2019-03-24 patch. With that said, let's begin. The chess pieces for this spotlight are based off of the March 29th, 2019 patch. Axe is an orc warrior. He comes with the ability Berserker's Call. When used, he will taunt enemies within one grid of himself, thereby forcing them to attack him for 2, 3, or 4 seconds. While this ability is active, Axe will gain up to 5, 10, or 15 bonus armor. This skill has a 10-second cooldown. Enchantress is a beast druid. She comes with Nature's Attendants. When used, it will randomly heal Enchantress and allies within a 3-grid range for 25 HP a second per wisp. Depending on the level, you will get 3, 5, or 7 wisps. This ability has a 15-second cooldown. One small thing of note, typically the stats of a hero will double with each level. Enchantress is one of the few that does not at level 3. She goes from 800 HP to only 1500. Ogre Magi is an Ogre Mage that comes with Bloodlust. When cast, it will provide a friendly unit with 30, 40, or 50 attack speed. If cast on himself, it will increase his attack speed by 30, 50, or 70. The buff lasts for 30 seconds and has a 5-second cooldown. Tusk is a beast warrior with the Walrus Punch ability. When activated, he will punch a unit within one grid away into the air, dealing 300, 350, or 400% physical critical strike. The unit is sent into the air for a 1-second period. This ability has a 7-second cooldown. Drow Ranger is an undead hunter with a marksmanship passive. It simply increases the attack damage and attack speed of herself by 20, 30, or 40. Bounty Hunter is a goblin assassin with an activatable ability named Shuriken Toss. When used, he will throw one of his shurikens, dealing 300, 500, and 700 magic damage to a single target. This skill has a 5-second cooldown. Clockwork is a goblin mech with a battery assault ability. When popped, Clockwork will start discharging shrapnel every 0.7 seconds for a total of 5 seconds. The shrapnel will deal 50, 75, or 100 magic damage, and mini-stun a random unit within the 2-grid spaces. Battery Assault sports a 12, 10, or 8-second cooldown depending on the level. Shadow Shaman is a troll shaman with Hex as his skill. As expected, when used, it will transform an enemy chess piece into a cuddly and harmless creature, thereby disabling their attacks and abilities. This can last for 4, 6, or an excruciatingly long 8 seconds at level 3. This ability has a 10-second cooldown. Batrider is a troll knight with a sticky napalm ability. When used, he will drench a 2-grid radius in his napalm, which will then amplify the damage they take from Batrider himself. Amplified targets will take 50, 75, or 100 extra physical damage on each attack. It will also reduce their turn rate by 70%. This debuff lasts for 20 seconds and sports a 3-second cooldown. Tinker is a goblin mech with an ability called Heat-Seeking Missile. When activated, he will shoot 3 missiles out to random enemy targets. Each rocket deals 200, 300, or 400 magic damage. Heat-Seeking Missiles has an 8, 6, or 4-second cooldown, and if there's a lone unit, you better betcha that they will get hit multiple times. Antimage is an elf demon hunter with Mana Break as his passive. When attacking opponents, each attack will burn 30, 60, or 90 mana. It will also deal bonus damage based on how much mana is being burned. Tiny is an elemental warrior. He has an ability named Toss, which when cast, will grab a nearby enemy and throw them to the farthest grid. And if you share my experience, it's always the worst target possible. Toss units and units within a 200 radius of the landing grid will take 100, 200, or 300 physical damage. In addition, the tossed unit will be stunned for 1.5, 2, or 2.5 seconds. This ability sports a 10, 8, or 6-second cooldown. And finally, Mars is a god warrior. He's unable to attack, but his ability more than makes up for this. Bulwark is a passive that will reduce incoming physical damage to Mars himself. Depending on the level, he will reduce hits from the side by 15, 25, or 35%. From the front, he will reduce it by 30, 50, or 70%. And despite this ability being a passive, it is an active component that will automatically trigger once the default 8-second cooldown has passed. Once this occurs, Mars will deal 150, 300, or 450 physical damage to units around him in a 200 area. Thanks for watching, friends, and stay tuned for our next Spotlight video where we'll highlight the uncommon 2 gold chess pieces. If you think of any cool content we could make for auto chess, just let us know in the comments. Thanks again, guys. This is SUNSfan signing out.